are in the upper 60s. In the afternoon hours in the IE area and the Coachella Valley, expect sunshine. Highs for the midday and afternoon will be in the mid 70s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 Cammy T.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Good to have you with us. We got a lot of things going on in the world. I know, Jesse, you got, I'll say this. A lot of people are upset right now. I saw it come across my feed, but I just saw the name. And not going to lie, he looks different now. He really kind of went next level with, because I've seen him at, certain conventions. Well, speaking of which, the LA Comic Con, I know they actually gave like a remembrance of him because he's been there, especially here in LA. But what am I talking about, Jess?
Yeah, you're probably talking about the passing of Jason David Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it hurts deep because you know what? He was my childhood hero. I watched him in Power Rangers. And
Yeah.
several other things. So it was really shocking, and it's just, you know what? It just shows mental health is extremely important for everyone. You know what? Because you never know who's struggling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's if anything, looking at a pose that he did, Jess, and I'm going, oh, that's the Wakanda pose. I think they kind of took it from Power Rangers. Now that I look at it, but yeah, you know what? It's one of those things where you go, okay, it's not fun. He was young, and I will say, I've seen him at a couple conventions. I tell people, again, it's fun to go see some stuff that they get to do at certain things. And it's like, okay, kind of cool. But this is just one of those things where you go, okay, too young, had his life ahead of him. He has 4 kids, evidently, that he's leaving behind, so that's not good. Here he is, and again, see, Jess, that's the pose. That's the Wakanda pose that they keep saying. Isn't that?
Oh, it's the with the morpher. If you got
Yeah,
morpher in their hand. So, you
yeah.
know what? It I don't know. It's just like a lot of us are just like disbelievers, but because it's just like he has a movie that's supposed to come out next year.
Really?
Yes, it was crowdfunded or kickstarted. It's called Legend of the White Dragon.
Okay, okay,
Yes. So
yeah.
it's like it's really hard for everyone to imagine this, and it's just like because you know what, he streams all the time on Instagram and stuff like that.
I've seen that. I've seen that. He's really big about the fan, right? And I know some people are like, "What? That was a little thing. It was a little show." No, that show is. I'll give you an example. Okay, I really understood when I took. I don't know if I want to say the name. She'll be like, "No, I don't want you to know. I don't want anybody to know." But anyway, I took someone. She was a host, okay, and we went to the convention. It was Wizard World, and I'm not gonna lie, like Power Rangers, I watched. I wasn't like that big with Power Rangers. Kind of that was the time of Pokemon, right? Pokemon was out, Power Rangers was out, and I was like, okay, a lot of the kids around me were watching because they were younger than me, about your age, to be honest, Jess. And I was like, okay, all right. And I watched a few. I'm like, okay. And that lady, and then when they come in with I'm like, all right. Kids go, that's kind of corny, but it actually spin off a lot of good, like people that are actors today. I got to meet actually 2. Now that I think about it, I met the Blue Ranger at the time. This is the original crew, by the way. This is like before they had the spin off of the other movies, right? And he was, I don't remember him being introduced because I didn't watch them all. But I remember the Blue Ranger, he actually had a finger missing because he was on another show, Malibu Shores. And I was on the set of that because I was an extra, right? That's when you do, like they call it, you're basically the person that's the filler behind the actor, right? To make it look busy, right? And then you start over again, again, again. Like you never look at the camera, you don't let them know you're there. You have fun with that, which you could do. You could sign up for it. It's like it's fun, and you get to meet some good people. It doesn't pay a lot unless you're SAG, and you could if you get like a speaky part. Like if you're in front of a director, you can get a speaky part. But I was actually on the set of Power Rangers once. It was a beach scene, and I remember them like looking out at the ocean, like, okay, act scared, ah, you know, it was like I never know the episode, but I know I'm in the episode, but I never watched it after that, right? So back to the Power Rangers, Amy, which I actually watched recently, and my mom loves her. She plays a pretty good actress on it's called Flashpoint, and you can see it. You've seen it, right, Jess?
I've seen a few episodes of Flashpoint. It's a really good show.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
gonna-
yeah, it's a good show. It's kind of like where we're at today, where you're like you have to take down someone or not, right? Because sometimes they try to save them. It's a good show. I think they need to do seasons, a couple more seasons. But she took to an emotional moment recently. Go ahead, Jess. Say what you want to say.
No, I saw I know what you're talking about, the Instagram. She jumped on and wanted to talk to her fans, and she started to break down because she honestly did not know what to say, know what to do, and you know what? It's hard for her because it's her friend.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's very emotional, not just for her, but for everyone that's interacted with him, everyone that's enjoyed his television shows or movies or anything that he's been in. And I have yet to run into one bad story from him yet.
yeah,
All I hear are just all the things that he's done above and beyond for his fans.
yeah. So she was Pink Ranger, right?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was the Pink Ranger.
Yeah. So back to me understanding how big, uh, I'll say the series is, and how we're gonna hear about this a lot. The woman that I took, people would be like, "Oh my God, she's hot." Everybody was like, "Dude, is she single?" I'm like, "I don't know," right? But they really wanted to be with her, right? But she was like, when she saw the Power Rangers, she's like, "Oh my God," and she was like a little kid all of a sudden. I'm like, So when you're with a hot lady, Jess, you're kind of like, "Wait, what?" And she's like, "I love Power Rangers. Oh my God." She's like, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can I interview them, please? Like, can I meet them?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, they're right there." So I really didn't understand at the moment. I was like, I mean, I knew Power Rangers, but I didn't know it had such a following. And she, as a kid, used to do kind of like Pink Ranger and the other Ranger, like certain moves, I guess, right? And I remember her telling me this, like she would be like, choo, 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 right? And so as a kid, right? I don't know if you did that, right? You get to do, right?
I'm not gonna say whether or not I did it, but you know what? I did have one of the Power Ranger weapons, so
Okay, so you understand.
I do know. I totally understand. I'm not gonna say I did not pretend, but you know what? I did.
Okay, so now everyone can understand the how Jess is very emotional, like Amy is. Amy's a good actress, by the way. Go watch her. Flashpoint is a great show. She plays one of the ladies that actually like takes down the men, and like she likes jumping out of she used all of what she does in that show, right? So I know the show's kind of old, with us as kid, right? Well, how old is that show, Jess?
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I believe it came out in 1993.
Okay, so it's the box, right? And sometimes they have like reruns, like on streaming shows, and kids kind of go, whatever, but they don't get. That's all we had back then. That was 4:3, right? We didn't have widescreen, right? So they didn't have the widescreen edition. So they're kind of seen as, but it's kind of ever. And the reason I know that is I met the creators of the show, and they were like, we didn't know it was going to go as big as it did. Some believed in it, and they believed in it so much that they were like, okay, we're going to get this, But in a way, it started a lot of career, but people kind of got, and some of them got a little upset that they got like typecast. Like the one with the glasses, I don't think he was really like happy about that because he's like, dude, but you have to like just, keep fresh. Like Amy, back to her, she's the one on the left. She's the Pink Ranger, okay? She went next level, and I saw her in a theater prediction. A theater, what do you call it? Production in Pasadena, and it was a nice little play. It was like a less than 100-seat theater. I want to say like 50 or 40 people in there, and it was called the Knightsbridge Theater. It was awesome, and she was acting in it. I'm like, oh my God, that's the Pink Ranger. I knew who she was, but I'm like, what's she doing here? Like, she's big, right? Like, it didn't matter. So my point is this. Power Rangers, no matter what, there's a certain generation, and I think it's 30s and I'll say the 30s, that just grew up on Power. It was a huge phenomenon, but it wasn't just huge here, Jess. It's huge around the world, right? Like there's a lot of ones like from Japan and certain parts of like, Asia that do like Gundams, or what do they call it? Like you know the shows. You're kind of upset whatever I don't know actually.
You talk about the Gundam series?
Yeah, Gundam. Yeah.
That's
not the guy that dances Gundam style, right? Or not that. The machines that like, right? So when
right. That series has been going since the 70s, actually.
Yeah. So this was one. I know some are like, oh, that's a knockoff of us, and it was in a way. It was like the U.S. version of like, I'm sure there are other ones like that, right, Jess?
So yeah, the Power Rangers was our version of their Super Sentai series.
Yeah.
Which has been going since, oh my God, 75. So yeah, you can see how much people enjoy it over there. It's a fun show. It has a lot of lessons if you pay attention to it.
Yeah, you do. And the good thing is they kind of like teamed up in the middle whenever they met up with each other. I'm talking about, Pink Ranger. And let me show you this really quick. This is what the fans remember back in the day. That's him in the middle, okay? So, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the Yellow Ranger. I forgot. I don't know her name. But this was the original. So when everybody goes, wait, what? I remember this. He was first the Green Ranger, then he became what Ranger, Jess?
Then he became the White Ranger. Then he became several other colors, but it's usually the team leader that he ends up being.
Yeah, and you know what? Now I think about it, I met the Black Ranger not once but twice. I remember telling him, "Dude, I know you," and he's like, "Yeah." But he's a dancer, right? And so I saw him, and he was DJing at a event, and I was like, okay, because I didn't understand. Actors have a day job sometimes, right? They need to pay the bills because they don't always make it big. They make it big a little, not a lot, right? So Amy, which you can see as the Pink Ranger, she went on to really big stuff, right? Some of them not so much, and some of them just got, But back to him, what I loved about him, Jess, is that he was all about the fan. And in a way, I think, like, maybe in the middle, he's like, okay, I'm done with this. I think he kind of was that way. But then he kind of came full circle at some point and said, you know what? I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to, be all right with it. Because he probably, like, heard all the kids and the people that are now adults be like, dude, you don't understand. You inspire me. And some even learn martial arts because of it. Because they're like, oh, my God, if you could do that, And so it inspired a whole generation to go next level. That's him and her talking at a convention about the series, right? Because there's Forever Fan on a very simple show that, was more like kind of big and, in a way it started a series. The producers I know are like upset about this information, coming out. But that's who he is. But there you go. Jason David Frank, no longer with us. And some of the information they're saying, which I'm not going to lie, I don't really want to, say just yet, because I think there's some more information probably coming. But, he was found dead in a hotel. They think suicide, but according to some, they're saying there was an argument between him and his, and I think she's his, I don't know if they were trying to repair their marriage or, I don't know the situation 100%. All I know is that, there's a huge hole in the heart of his co-stars, 100%, especially Amy, right? So yeah, I and that's the thing, Jess, and I think if it was like a marriage situation where, he was trying to repair it or trying to get back together, because evidently they say she got a hotel room, next, like, and he did, but like, I don't know if they were separated or something, but maybe they're trying, and maybe he just like, oh my God, this is, not repairable or something else. I don't know. Or I don't know the situation because it's so new, right? It just happened. So that's why, and I get it, Jess. I understand why you're upset because, again, he in a way was there for a lot of people when they were a kid. And then he was, in a way, not like upset about it later. And he's like, you know what? I get it. I think even he auctioned some stuff off of his social media, but he was all about the fan. But the fan is worldwide. It's not just here in the U.S. That's what I didn't understand. When I like went walking and we took, our camera with us, I was like, if she loves them that much, like there's a whole. And then I talked to the creators and they were signing like stuff. I don't think he was there signing. I don't think, or maybe he was taking a break. I don't remember. But I was like, well, I'm gonna give it like serious thought. So I always did after that. I'm like, okay, there are things that you don't know. When a kid watches at a young age, it may inspire or it may create thought that you go, I didn't even see that coming. To some, it was called cheesy. To others, it was called new. And to others, it's called, it's just fun, man. Get over it, right? So that's what I say. In a way, there's a huge hole in the hearts of people that go, he was so young, because he was young. That's why I say, take care of your fam, know that it's, if he did commit suicide and he did end his life, I will say this, he has a big heart. Usually the ones that do can't see the way past what is next. Does that make sense?
It does. You know what? You're right. Like the nicest people end up having the most like problems with their mental health, and it's just like they don't express their problems enough, or they don't have anybody to vent to.
Yeah. There you go. It's like it's so, and that's why I say if it was a situation between him and his wife and they're trying to get together, maybe he was like, oh God, this is so, it's not repairable and it's so bad. Like I'm losing the one I love forever. Right. I don't think he was like, some will say, well, maybe it was more than that. I say, well, I don't know. I'm going to wait till more information comes out. But in things that I've seen of him, he's a very emotional, nice guy. And even though he's a guy, I tell this to the ladies. I say, sometimes you don't understand. Men hold it in, but they can be very emotional. So don't be that person to be like, oh my God, you're so like, what's wrong with you? Like, be glad they have emotion, right? Be glad they're nice. I'm sure he was a good one on the set, and he took what he did serious. And if anything, he had, people that admired him because he was the cool ranger, right? He was the one that kind of brought it together, I think. Or that's what I thought. So anyway, so that's the thing. So unfortunately, yeah, again, be careful out there. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Best performance for your vehicle, think only of Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, right off the I-10 and 60 freeways. Check out Scott's complete list of performance products on their website at hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers can recommend ways for your car or truck to get better gas mileage and cut down on emissions. Need your car or truck to pass smog only? Go to Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. Find out all of your questions on vehicle performance by logging on to hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, hdrinfo.com.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
New teen driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best interests are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9LITTLE. That's 1-844-9LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlensons.com.
Don't let insurance companies make decisions for you. Go to Pass Auto Center in Banning, your one-stop repair facility with full collision repair, auto maintenance, service, and an authorized smog center. You'll also find a full-service used car lot to fit every budget with the right vehicle for you. Trade-ins are accepted and they pay cash for your car. Pass Auto Center at 2609 West Ramsey in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway between Sunset and 22nd. Call 951-849-7878.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases, get the breathing room you need. Garnish wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I know a lot of people are going, what? Especially with another shooting, and evidently this is information. I'm like, are you kidding me? Colorado shooting suspect purchased gun despite 2021 bomb threat arrest. I saw footage this morning of something. I was a little disturbed, not going to lie. Some guy was like kind of cornered, and he was like, man, come in here. And, you know, he kind of played that, then he went out. I'm not sure if they're really. All I know is this is a thing, Jess, and it's kind of going like, okay, what next, right?
Right. I believe he's being charged with a hate crime, but yeah. All I have to say is he still alive? I think he is. I wish they didn't take him alive, but yeah. So apparently, when they have more cojones than the Uvalde police, but apparently getting the guy that was holding him down, that ran towards the shooter to hold him down.
Yeah.
Apparently he asked for some help, and out of nowhere, who comes in to help but a drag queen? And boom, boom, that person ended up stomping on the shooter, which was actually quite hilarious.
With her heel, by the way.
With her, I wish I could have seen it. I'm imagining the situation. Like, I know people passed away, but I'm just imagining that person like just stomping on, like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go to jail and be like, yeah, the drag queen stomped on me?
Like, that's how'd you get? You know, she tough. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, according to this, and it's interesting. Again, the man suspected of opening fire at the nightclub in Colorado's largest city over the weekend was previously arrested. Oh, it is the same guy. So it's going around because you have like a bomb squad right in front of him. Was previously arrested in an alleged bomb threat incident last year. That's according to ABC News. They've learned that. Authorities say it's unclear whether the state's red flag law could have prevented the mass shooting. Oh, so this is footage from another time where he was arrested. Oh my God. This is why I say, Jess, there are some things you go, what? Yeah.
He was arrested previously for bomb threats, but he still had the ability to buy weapons. Oh, how? Why?
Well, that's the question. I'm looking at this, so it is related. Okay, when you see it, you'll see it. It's going around. Okay, just look for it. And the guy's like, he's in his home. He has a camera on, like he's broadcasting this to someone. Like, okay, oh my God, they're here. Blah 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 blah. Right? But oh yeah, there's whole footage. Oh, he had one of those ring cams, so they took footage of that, and now they're broadcasting it. Oh, Jess, this is not good for them because they're gonna be like, so this could have been prevented. According to a press release posted last year by the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to a report of a bomb threat on Rubicon Drive in the Lorson Ranch neighborhood of Colorado Springs. Sounds good. If you look at like the footage, it's like a nice new home build, right? Just south of the city's airport on the afternoon of June 18th, 2021. Okay. Woman had called saying her son was threatening to cause harm to her with a homemade bomb. Oh! She, like, Jess, like...
Wait, what? Red flag right there.
Dude, the mom called. Said multiple weapons and ammunition. Okay, the sheriff's office said she was not at home at the time and was not sure where her son was. This is last year of the same guy that just went on like a huge, like a lot of people died for this, like Jess said. Huh. Yeah. Well, he was identified as then 21-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich. He's young. I don't know who he. Yeah, I don't get it. It says deputies were deployed to the woman's home and realized that the suspect was at another residence on Pilgrimage Road, about a mile away. They contacted Aldrich by telephone, and he refused to comply with orders to surrender. Okay, it's kind of like the situation. I'm telling you, man. If you could see Flashpoint, go see it. It's just like that. It says a tactical support unit was called in. And approximately 10 homes in the immediate surrounding area were evacuated, while an emergency notification was sent to cell phones of residents within a quarter-mile radius. It says the crisis negotiations unit was able to get him to comply with the orders. So basically, they got him locked up. You get that? But he got out.
Which is very disappointing.
Now he's 22.
It's not shocking.
And he began shooting a long gun as soon as he entered the club. It's called Club Q in Colorado. 5 people were killed. 17 others wounded by the gunshots. You see how this is going to go next level, Jess? They're going to say, how can a person that got locked up at one time, and there's footage of him get locked, it's hilarious because you're like, you think you're tough, you're not. He went out there like, oh, hands up, like, okay, you know, but at first he's like, oh man, they're going to come here, I'm going to this and that, and then nothing. But in a way, like, he should have got something. How did he get out that soon, Jess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. When did he buy these weapons?
Well, okay, let me read this. It says Aldrich was injured in the alleged incident and remains hospitalized. So yeah, he's alive. But what it doesn't say on this particular report, it says this. This is ABC. It says police said 2 heroes, one happens to be a drag queen, people, confronted Aldrich and fought with him, one with her heel, and those stilettos, man, they hurt, stopped him from shooting more people. Okay, more people could have died. Officers responded to the scene and detained Aldrich just after midnight, less than 6 minutes after the first 911 call came in. Huh. Wow, Jess, I know it was, wow. Yeah, he's being held without bond on 10 arrest-only charges, 5 counts of first-degree murder, and 5 counts of committing a bias-motivated crime causing bodily injury. They call it a hate crime. According to online court records for Colorado's El Paso County. This is according to the information that ABC kind of got. Colorado's 4th Judicial District Attorney Michael Allen, who serves El Paso and Teller counties, told reporters Monday that those charges are only preliminary and subject to change once formal charges are filed. Well, I'm going to say this, Jess. Whoever did the investigation, good job, because now you're calling into question the mentality of Colorado police and, like, judge. How does a guy who has a bomb, A, get out, B, hurt more people, and C, get gun, or did he buy it and did he, like, get out from under? Like, you know, there's a whole question here that needs to be answered, you know, because people died, you know?
Right. So you said this happened in Colorado, right? I have a big question. Why do all the shootings tend to happen in Colorado?
True, right? Right? Like, yeah, I mean, I love Colorado. I have a friend, you know, a friend there who had a magazine. I have friends there, actually. Now I think, yeah, I have someone else. She's a broadcaster. She has a lot of podcasts, and I think she's saying she's changing that, but she used to do that, and she used to do it virtually. But, yeah, so, yikes. I don't know what to do with this. I don't.
I don't either. I remember, what was it? What was it? The theater shooting and all these other, I think one was a supermarket. Oh my God, Colorado, what are you doing? I think something's in the water.
There is. I'm not going to lie. Okay, Jess, I talked to the person that I'm talking about, the broadcaster, and she said literally, like, in some areas, it's like, you know how you go to Walgreens, you try to get something? It was closed 6 days of the week. It was only open 1 day. Who does that?
Wow.
Oh, because of coronavirus. I'm like, okay, they have limited hours. That doesn't mean, and I don't know. They said they have enough people or whatever. I'm like, well, no wonder people are going crazy there. You know, nice Colorado, like, you know, they say that, the ice, the snow, all that. But, man, there is some crazy people there. Anyway, so there you go. So be careful out there. Watch your 6. All right, people, we've got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 queen pillow top sale on now.
Football season is back, and every Monday night, the Two Coot Lounge at the Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel is where you need to be. Come cheer on your favorite team and become a Club Serrano member for your chance to win incredible prizes, enjoy food and drink specials, and be entertained by the 66ers dance team. It's the Monday night pigskin party at the Two Coot Lounge at the brand new Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel and Highland, California. Rep your team, and we'll see you there this Monday.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, Truckworks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, Truckworks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at Truckworks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. You'll find a courteous, welcoming staff and spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and a fitness center and pool, conveniently located off the I-10 freeway near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500 or go online to HIEbanning.com.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Big shout out to Stephanie, who's tuning in. Says hello, happy editing and onset of commercials for this glorious sunshine, awesome busy day, and happy Gilmore the Merrier week. That's right. It's that day and that week to say, uh-oh, what are we doing for fun, right? With friends and or fam. So a lot of things happening. I know a lot of people are kind of going, what? On turkey. I don't know if you saw the price recently. I did go to a Walmart about a month ago, and I saw it at kind of affordable prices, $20. Have you seen the news on that, Jess?
No. Why, some damn turkeys?
Huh? Why,
are turkeys expensive?
Wait, what'd you say?
Nothing. I might have slurred some words. It's okay.
Got it. Okay. Mark... It's a dam in Nevada. Let's see. Mark says this. Sorry about the Power Ranger actor. I think my nephew was a fan when he was a kid. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, Turkey's kind of gone next level, evidently. I don't know what the situation is. All I know is kind of pay attention when they say don't fry turkey. I'm looking at turkey right now, and I'm seeing it for like $1 and all that. Butterball Premium. Is there like a specific turkey that's going next level? Let's see. Here's one up 20%. Here's where it's most expensive. Kroger's talking. Now, I will say this. I love Kroger. Kroger did a chip recently. They need to do it again. It had prime rib and it had like a mesquite type thing, but it was like prime rib. It was just a good chip, man. It was delicious, and they don't have it anymore. But Kroger's the blue label. But you go, huh? But they're more affordable than any other brand. They look like store brand. They may be a store, by the way, soon, because they might buy out a couple chains. But they're saying this: our turkey costs are up about 20%, but we decided early on to not pass that cost increase through to try to help somebody stretch their budget. I will say Kroger, they have some delicious stuff. Okay, I thought like, oh, cheap. No, they're going next level. A lot of people are shopping, obviously, for turkey. But in some areas, they're seeing it for like high price. I don't know why, because you can get it for like $20. So there you go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. But if you say high price turkey, boy, oh boy. Oh, Jess, you sent me a picture, by the way. I need to talk about this. Where did you find it? Can you talk about why it's important and why I'm so happy right now?
Okay, so we talked about this about a month ago, saying you mentioned your favorite Monster flavor was Monster Red or
Yes.
Ultra Red. So
Love it.
I searched like Moreno Valley and Hemet and every place I went to, liquor stores, I searched for it. I could not find it. All I found was watermelon and the regular flavors.
I don't like watermelon, by the way. I hate it.
But I could not find red. But I stopped at a liquor store on, what was it? I can't remember. On Ramona Expressway down here near Paris.
Okay.
So yeah, I bought one because I wanted to show you and I wanted to drink it, see what it tasted like.
Do you like it?
And I'm not gonna lie, it was a crazy flavor. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's some type of berry. I don't know what it is, but it's good.
It's good.
Like, I should have bought more than one. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I would have bought more.
Thank you for saying that. Now I need to know where you got it from because yeah, I've seen it at a place in Lancaster. Okay, there it is for you wondering. It's the Ultra Red. Okay, I don't like the watermelon. Watermelon is too sweet. I don't like it. Okay. And the can, it feels good, right? Like when you kind of like, it's kind of like I could see it being like one day. I just like the way the print is because when you touch it, it has like a little feel to it. I know people are like, it's just Monster, man. I go, yeah, but in my area, in San Gabriel Valley, I cannot find one. I find the watermelon, hate the watermelon, it's too sweet. But this one, I'm like, why, and then you saw like they discontinue it, but there are still some that you can find. So I'm like, can you please get me a box? So I'll give you money, Jess. I mean, I'm not going to pay you like triple the amount, but I'll pay you like a handling fee for that.
I'll stop by that liquor store and see what they sell like product-wise because I honestly didn't know it was there. I sent Casey in, so I didn't pick it up personally. So
Okay. So thank you, Casey. But my point is this. This is the picture he sent to me going, this is the one you're talking about. Here it is. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I got it yesterday. But I'm just like, that's the one. I love that one. Where is it at? So it's out there evidently. So if you guys find it, like, let me know because I might buy a box. I love that. They say don't drink much caffeine, blah, 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 blah. It's true. But that one's the best flavor, man. I've tried other ones. They're not as good. And they have some that I'm like, ugh. Like they have a tea one. Cool. Like, okay, I'll show you right now. I know. I'm a collector. I'm a collector of art, to be honest. And I saw this, okay? And let me show it to you, okay? Here it is, Jess. This one they don't have anymore. Tasted horrible. But the design on it, I really liked the dragon. Okay, so I keep it. There's nothing in it, right? I think like the cans are kind of collectible. But my point is, like when you touch it, it just has like a feel to it. It has like a grab. It just feels cool. I know you're thinking, what's wrong with it? He keeps a can. But it's a cool dragon art, right? But white tea, disgusting.
You'd be surprised what goes collectibles later on in the future. I'm like, no one thought oil cans would be worth money. The ones from the 20s and stuff.
Are they really?
Yeah, like those old school oil cans. Yeah, they're worth money.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You just gotta make sure you have like the print on there, because you know what, people like those old school collectibles things.
So Monster, here is a thing. Sorry to cut you off, Jess. Here is a thing that we put out there. Okay, that Ultra Red, that's what it's called. Can you please bring it back? I'm a fan. There are a lot of people that I'm pretty sure are a fan, and I'll say this because we're gonna put this up on Twitter, YouTube, all the links. If you guys can retweet and say, yes, I want my Ultra Red, where's it at? And I guarantee there's some people going, no, it's right there at the store. It's not in the San Gabriel Valley. I don't know why. I don't know who buys or distributes in this area. I don't know who says, oh, it doesn't do good. I guarantee it sells out every time. The other ones just sit there. Anyway, that's what I'm sticking to. We're going to say this to Monster because Monster, you need to bring it back, man. I love this. It's sad that it's like rare. right? Like it's at a liquor store that just happened to have come across. So thank you just for looking, and thank you, because he really doesn't drink Monster. I kind of turned him on to Monster, just so you know.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I started drinking Monsters, and I like
See?
the sunrise one because I can't drink orange juice, and so that's the closest thing I can drink towards it.
Yeah.
So
I know there's a lot of people going, oh, it's not healthy for you. You know what? Neither is that other stuff that you drink. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Join Yvette Walker every Tuesday at 4 o'clock p.m. on KMET ABC News Radio, 1490 AM, FM 98.1, and Internet KMET TV for the Southern California Business Report. The show is dedicated to highlighting successful businesses and the individuals behind them. Yvette interviews the incredible people managing these enterprises that range from awe-inspiring sole proprietors to world-renowned organizations. The Southern California Business Report, Tuesdays at 4 o'clock p.m.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
The Fat Greek in Yucaipa, where you can get authentic, delicious, true Greek food. Authentic gyros, Greek salads, pitas, falafel, hamburgers, burritos, and oh yes, baklava. The Fat Greek has a large selection of wines, ice-cold domestic, and imported Greek beers. Come on down to the Fat Greek located on Yucaipa Boulevard in the city of Yucaipa. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. The Fat Greek has delivery, drive-through, sit-down, and a catering service. So bring in a family or give Nicholas and Christopher a call at 909-797-6018. Eat Greek, live long. Remember, if you want authentic Greek food, it's the Fat Greek in Yucaipa.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Thank you for tuning in. I will say this, pretty good day. Happy Barnes & Noble actually has the book. It's called How to Start a Business in a Down Economy, a good handbook for every budding entrepreneur, with Jesse Torres. Not Jesse Sanchez, although I'm not going to lie, Jess, when we actually submitted it, I actually put down Sanchez by accident. I'm like, wait a minute, what? That's not Jesse. Although you got a book in you, man. I guarantee. Huh?
I was going to think, dang, free writing credit. Whoosh.
Yeah. Funny you say that. Yeah, exactly. But there you go. So it's out. You can buy it. So I don't know what we're going to do with it exactly, other than, probably talk about it on some other media. But I will say we're happy it's out, and it took a while to get it. I know I've been talking about it for some time, but you can get it on barnesandnoble.com. So it's available for you to get right there, and you can get it. And what I like about that, to be honest, is that anyone that has been talking about a book, you could do it at any time. Okay, it doesn't. I never thought, to be honest, I'd be like the person able to do that, if that makes sense. Because I always like, I hate writing, but I honestly was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk it out. So I tell people, get yourself, here it is, by the way, how to start a business in a down economy guide, a good handbook for every budding entrepreneur. But it's available, $19.95, affordable. You could buy it online, you could have it shipped to you, or you could buy it in store, or you could have it so that when you go there, you can get it, and it will help you 100%. At least get started going, okay, I want to do this or that. Now, will you do it? I hope so. It's one of those books that says, look, if you have an idea, do it as soon as possible. Some go, why do it in an economy that's down? Because a lot of people go, oh, yeah, it is. I'm talking recession and everything. We talk about that briefly. But it's a very quick read. It's like only 100 pages. So it's meant to be like a real long book, but it's meant to get you started, okay? And then if you need help, our information's at the end. So those of you that follow 2 Men in Your Biz, it started when Jesse and I, not Jesse Sanchez, Jesse Torres, the other Jesse, as I say. That's why I sometimes get it wrong. But Jesse Torres, 100%, is good with just biz. And when we talk about things, and so that's what we do. So there you go. There it is, Jess. So what do you think?
Awesome. I can't wait to purchase it and give it a read.
Yeah, definitely. So excited about it. Maybe sometime when it's safe at Barnes and Noble, we'll go ahead and do maybe a meetup or something. Then you can support and buy a copy. So there you go. Anyway, it's available. Check it out. And if you've ever been wanting to do a business, this is the type of book for you. It's a quick read. You'll be 100% ready to go, and it's 1 of 8, by the way. So that's a good thing. So, all right, Jess, what's going on in the world?
Okay, so do you remember that guy that ran into all those police officer recruits?
Yes.
So he made the news. Okay, so what excuse do you think is appropriate for running into those officers? Like, I honestly said he would give Barley the stupidest excuse ever, and he did, in my opinion.
Okay, what happened?
So apparently he wakes up every morning at 5 a.m., okay, to go to work. So he's used to it. He didn't stay up late the night before,
right?
But he says he fell asleep while he was driving.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, for perspective, Jess, do you think he was on drug?
He very well might be. I honestly can't imagine falling asleep. Apparently he had slept the night before, so falling asleep on the road is not a good excuse in my opinion. That's just dumb.
Maybe he was up all night playing a game.
No, he said he was not up late last night or that night before. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not an excuse.
Well, for everyone that doesn't know, Jess knows this, okay? And Jess, I know you wouldn't do this. Have you ever fallen asleep on the road?
No. If I'm tired, I will not drive. Even if I'm just if I can barely keep my eyes open, no, I will not do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I've driven while tired, okay? But I know. But I was told by someone, and I did it, and I'm like, okay, that's why I drink Monster, by the way. I've done long haul stuff. And the other one, I do the bowl, right? But that's when I really need it. I don't like it all the time, just to get me over that, I got to go from point A to point B. So sunflower seeds actually help. They keep your mouth busy, and I do not nod off as long as I have sunflower seeds. My mouth and the salt in me is a lot, but it's worth it. Somebody said that to me. I said, all right, let me try it out. And that's what some truckers do. They do sunflower seed the whole time. So it actually helps when you got to go from point A to point B and you're real tired, right? Truckers are known for kind of falling asleep at the wheel, or they swerve. So if you ever see a swerve, even though they do it all day long and all night, Sometimes they got to go where they got to go, and then they get tired and they kind of like, kind of doze off. You're like, dude, wake up. You're in a big something that can, hurt people down the line. But back to this guy. The reason I think you don't believe it, Jess, is A, suspicious, B, you drive that early in the morning, and C, when you drive that early in the morning, if you got like rest, why would you fall asleep?
That's what I'm thinking. It's just like, how could you fall asleep unless I don't know. I can, like, me in the morning, I can't imagine falling asleep while I'm driving. That's scary. I know I've driven while I was tired at night. That's when I don't like driving.
Yeah.
Cause like just a moment where you blink your eyes can be like 30 seconds. So it can be scary.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So you wake up, you should be able to stay awake during the whole day.
Yeah.
Especially if you've done it before. So I'm like, did he fall asleep before?
Yeah.
So many questions.
Well, according to this, it's according to the attorney, which again, the attorney got to get him off. So Jess is like, I don't believe it for a second. So yeah, I would go to maybe like, kind of like the other guy. What's up with the 20-year-olds, right? This guy's 22, Diamond Bar, right? The other guy, the shooting guy, right? Bomb, 21, gun, 22. Not a good, like, you're not going the right way, people.
Okay, so you're saying all the 20-year-olds are going crazy.
Well, in a way, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in both stories, they happen to be the same age. Like, if they saw each other in prison, they'd be like, all right, let's gang up. I'd be like, you're not going to trust each other. Like, you're going to hurt each other long term. You never trust somebody that wants to, bomb their mother. And their mother's like, my kids, like, I told him, take out the trash. He's like, Mom, I'm going to bomb you with my bomb. Like,
You know what? I remember a story where this parents took away their son's Xbox and the son ended up stabbing the father.
There you go.
You remember that?
There you go.
God.
There you go. Well, I will say this. Evidently, the guy you're talking about was driving to his job as an electrical engineer for a solar panel company. Okay. I'll give him that. Like, what's the impetus, right? Unless he was up partying and, like, drinking. I can see that. So I don't really know. But he comes from a law enforcement family. Oh, no. With a father who was a retired corrections officer. Oh, no. And other family members in the LAPD. According to the Sheriff's Department, CHP. Oh, no. Oh, Jess. Oh, no. And he happened to run over cadets? Was he upset he didn't get accepted and he has to work as an engineer at a solar company? Jess, I don't know, but we're out of time. That's all I can say. Bye, everyone.